All right, guys, I am in Tampa right now, and I'm just trying to kill some time. I've spent most of the day walking around trying to make another video. I've already walked over 20,000 steps, and it's about 3:30 in the afternoon. So I'm about done walking. Like, I'm pretty tired of it at this point. And I have about a half an hour of time to kill before I have to go do something else, and I really don't know what to do. So I'm just getting out and I'm walking around, trying to see what I can see. I'm not going to see all the, the good stuff. Here I have a walk signal, and they're still pulling out in front of me. Kind of what I expect when I'm walking through a bigger city. So I'm just going to walk around town here, not knowing what I'm going to walk into or walk across. So I'll do this for about 30 minutes. I got to head back. And I think, is that the right amount of time? Yeah, about 30 minutes. I might have to quit sooner than that. I don't know. Because by the time I get out of here, it'll be close to rush hour. So, yeah, I've spent some time over the past couple of days trying to make a 360 video walking the Tampa River Walk. And, that's like 2.6 miles. So, I record it going one way, but then when I'm done, I gotta walk back. So I'm walking, about over 5 miles by the time I get back. And I'm not wearing the greatest shoes, with the greatest support. So then my feet hurt, and I have a tendency to have plantar fasciitis anyway. So that becomes a challenge. It just makes me feel really old. But let's get out here and just kind of walk around and see what we can see. I can't promise anything special, but who knows? Who knows? I'm not really familiar with the layout of Tampa. I mean, I've walked around down here before. Yeah, I had to make that quiet because copyrighted music. Hi. So around Christmas time, a couple years ago, when I came down to the River Walk to make a video, I parked in this area. And then late at night when I was trying to find my way back, I couldn't find my car. It took me a good long time. I don't even really know where to go. I'm just gonna walk straight. I'm just looking at the tall buildings. Hold on. And trying to find myself in the middle of them. That's what I'm trying to do. So when you look on a map at Tampa, or downtown Tampa, it's not really that big. And I remember coming down here a couple other times thinking the same thing, that it's not really, I didn't think it was so spectacular. And several other people have told me they have shared the same sentiment. Yeah, I remember this area because, I think I parked in this parking lot to my right. I think that's what I did. And, I didn't pin it on my map. It's so loud down here, so forgive me. I didn't pin it on my map. So I was going by visuals. Like, okay, when I got out of my car, I was like, okay, I know this building's here. I know where the entrance is that I went onto to get onto the river walk. But when I came back, it just didn't look the same. And I started getting a little nervous because I was like, man, I just couldn't find nothing. Maybe it got towed. Maybe I have walked across the parking lot and it just got towed. I don't remember. No, it just, and I don't usually get lost like that. It's not like, I don't think Tampa's like a labyrinth, but I don't know, just never been down here before at that point. Okay, so we're walking into some, one more busy places. Some of these places do look familiar. Across the street, I do remember those. So I'll tell you my impression of the people downtown Tampa. My experience over the last couple days. My impressions might not be real accurate, but they're my impressions nonetheless. Good Lord, I have a walking signal. It was white and it was telling me to walk. They were still cutting in front of me. Jeez. So anyway, people walk around, they dress like, and they just behave like they have a lot of money, which they probably do. But I get the impression that for a lot of them, it's new money. It's new money because it's like they have to prove it. They got to prove it to themselves, or got to prove it to everybody else, because they're so. I don't know. I just feel like people are snooty, real snooty down here, and I don't know why. Because a lot of them are, a lot of them look like they're 35 and younger, maybe 40 and younger. There's some older people, but you don't see a lot of them. Well, a lot of it's because there's a, college across the way, across the river. But, okay. Yeah. I think I see the police station. I think that's it right there. Okay. Well, I have to wait. I'm only going straight because I don't know where else to go. There's the beer can tower. I mean, it's not really what it's called. That's what I call it. I think it's what a lot of people call it. Even when I get the walk signal, I guess I still got to be careful. I don't think these people care. But anyway, as I was saying, I think these people are rather snooty. I didn't hit the signal. Well, there isn't one. Oh, there's not a button to press. There we go. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I don't understand them very well, but it's an impression nonetheless. Nice little park to my right. So there's a lot of constructions going on down here. And when I did my walk, I watched the video back. I just couldn't believe how incredibly loud the video was. And I was thinking I might just need to cover the whole thing with music, mute the sound, because there's so much banging going on. I'm not opposed to that, but I'm not sure my viewers will like that too much. And like I said, a bunch of college age girls.
Hey, sir. Oh, you don't have a hand.
No, I don't have a hand.
Okay, man.
Sorry.
It's all right. Hey, I just want to let you know, has anybody ever told you that God loves you and He's got a wonderful plan for your life? Awesome.
Yes.
So if you're going to die this very second, do you know for sure beyond a shadow of a doubt that you would go to heaven?
I do.
Yes? Great. Why would you say yes? You look
because
like you know.
Because I've trusted Christ as my Savior.
All right.
Yeah, but
I figured you look like you know. I can see it.
Something about it, right?
Oh, I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm not riddled with anxiety about where the world's going.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
So, I figure. Yeah, no worries about. I mean, I have some concerns, but
Yeah, man.
You know, that's life.
That's life, yeah.
But my eternity is secure, so I'm happy about that.
I'm so happy to hear that, yeah.
I'm glad to see you guys doing what you're doing.
That's awesome.
That's a good thing that you're talking to people about that.
Yeah, man.
You might be the only ones I've ever talked to like that.
That's true, yeah.
Have a good one. All right. So you know what? Those guys, people can say they want about people like that, whether you agree with them or not, but it takes some guts to be able to get out there and do that. You know, even if I don't agree with them, I mean, I agree with them, sounds like, but I mean, even if I don't agree with somebody that's on the corner of a street doing something like that, as long as they're not being obnoxious, I have to kind of hand it to them. It takes a little bit of gusto to do that. There you have New York pizza. I guess I'll keep going straight. I am on Tampa Street. I guess that's appropriate. So when I looked at the maps, when I looked at Google Maps and I looked at the satellite imagery, I was trying to like figure out a good place to walk, but I wanted to avoid a lot of the areas that were just nothing but parking lots, and there is tons of parking lots in Tampa, just tons of them, or downtown Tampa, I should say. And I didn't want that to be all that someone was going to see. I didn't want that to take up a lot of my data on my SD card. You know what I mean? And there's, you know, I could edit all of it out, but you know, I try to make the most of it. So I don't know where I was going with that. So I guess I'm gonna keep going straight until there's nothing to look at, and there's nobody. I'm gonna go. All right. Trying to figure out when to take a turn. So I'm parallel pretty much to the Tampa River Walk, which is where I did over there. That's where I did my my video. That's going to be about like a 52-minute video, something like that. But I'm shooting this in 8K 30 frames per second on my Insta360 X4. So I've been playing around with it because there are some challenges with exposure when you're walking in and out of dark, you know, like shaded areas like this versus very well lit, brightly lit skies. And yeah, I'm gonna go straight. Yeah, it becomes a challenge. It becomes a challenge just not to get hit in the street. But no, the challenge is in the camera function. While I do love this camera, it's not a be-all, end-all. If I wanted the highest video quality, I would just use my Osmo Pocket 3. But with the 360, you can see all around you everywhere. Okay. And you don't have to point the camera. You can just hold it up like this, like I'm doing right now. Oh, look at this, Dracula's Legacy Wine Bar and Bistro. Huh. Okay, I have a feeling I should take a right here. Just a hunch. Where was I at? Where was I at in my conversation? Oh, the 360. So I've been debating getting the X5, which you know, with that camera, there's some upgrades to that, but they don't, you know, there's some functions to that this just doesn't have. Wow, they just don't. These people just don't care, man. I mean, it's to be expected. I know it's to be expected, but yeah, it still grates people's nerves, just like it did hers back there. She was upset. Probably had it happen to her too many times. All right. Well, let's see what's down here. I don't know that I want to go down there. Oh no, there's some old buildings. I see some old buildings off in the distance there. I might hit that up another time. I might devote another day to just coming down here and seeing what I can find. There's a lot of people that walk their dogs out here. Lots of dogs. And what I've noticed is that the uppity, nose in the air women that walk around down here in skin tight clothing, they all have like French poodles, and they usually come in pairs. Not the women, but the dogs. It's really weird. Well, everybody's getting upset. Hungry Greek, Nana's street food, Middle Eastern Nana's street food. There's no button to hit to cross the street. Well, nobody's coming, so I'm gonna go. Down the ways here, we got a bunch of people getting their picture taken for something. In front of, looks like the Tampa Theater. I'm kind of glad I came this way. But this is something at night though. Thai American restaurant right next to the Tampa Theater. I'd like to know some of the history of that building. I'm sure there's somebody who'd be willing to tell me all about it. I could look it up. I have to remember to keep my eye on the time. Okay, where am I at? Oops, man, I almost tripped. My foot hit a brick that was raised and made me stumble a little bit. I'm gonna extend this pole just a tad, maybe all the way out. I don't know. Yeah, let's go all the way out. Why not? That'll put me a little bit at a distance from the camera. But when I hold it up straight, I'll get more height, some more height out of it. So I don't know what street I'm on. I'm gonna find out here in a second. I should have looked. The gin joint right across from me. This old building says Exchange, does it say Exchange Nation? Get on the other side of this tree and find out. I don't know, I can't see it. Anyway, we're on Franklin Street, which is kind of where the parking garage is at, where I was at. You know, I think I'm gonna cross the street here. I think I see City Hall. She parked right in the pedestrian walk. right in the pedestrian walk. I mean, initially I wasn't going to cross that, but still, that shouldn't be. You should be stopping there anyway, regardless if there's anybody there or not. Barber shop across the way over there, a shoe repair shop. Oh, so that looks like an old church. That's what I'm looking at. I thought that might be City Hall. I'm gonna go by there and see. I'm gonna go by there and see what church that is. It's beautiful from in this position though. I guess I could look on a map and see where I am at. I am going to cross. Oh, I think I'm going to go down a little ways. Okay, so I don't know exactly what church that is, but that is beautiful. I'm going to see if I can find it on Google Maps. I kind of need two hands to do this though. Okay, I think it's Sacred Heart Catholic Church. Oh, I almost walked right by this building. It says Sal Rosa Island Kitchen and Bar. Fancy building. Hey, what time is it? I gotta see what time it is. Yeah, I don't have much longer. I need to turn back around. Did this used to be the courthouse?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, I thought it looked like it was. Oh, there you go. Apparently it used to be the courthouse. Well, I was going to try to go down further. I'm going to try to start circling back to where I came from, if I can figure that out. I parked my car down at the Tampa Convention Center. I did it yesterday too, and at least the car is covered. It's not out in the sun. Well, most parking garages are covered, right? So I guess that's pointless to say, but there are a lot of parking places here that aren't garages. So I parked there. It was really easy to get in and out, and it's like $15.50 for the whole day. You don't have to pay for the whole day. Anything beyond 3 hours is $15.50. But you know, over in Orlando, it's hard to get parking spaces, I think, for less than 25. So I wasn't gonna scoff at that, because I figured, you know, if I'm gonna be out all day, then I might as well just pay the fee and just walk everywhere, which is why I have so many steps recorded. Okay, we're coming back around by where this church is at. Get a better view to see if I'm right or not.
What's that, big bro?
One of the things about being out in public with a camera like this is everybody wants to know what you're doing, what you have. The thing about a 360 camera, it looks like the shape and size of a hefty candy bar. You know, just a, yeah, I don't know how to describe it. Yeah, it's like about candy bar shape. And people, you know, they surmise that it might be a camera, but they're not exactly sure. And they can never tell what you're looking at, because the truth is, this camera sees everything. Absolutely everything. So nobody feels like the camera's actually pointing at them. Okay, so this is the Sacred Heart Catholic Church, a Franciscan parish. It's absolutely beautiful. So I've said this before in some of my videos. Oh, see, look, see, you can park here for $20. So park in the convention center, you know, for $4 or $5 less than that is a pretty good deal. I need to get around this. Let me see if I can remember what I was going to say. Not sure. Where was I at? Oh, I know. Nobody's coming. I'm gonna go. You know, I almost feel like it's safer to cross on a red light than I do on a green light. Because then I at least know that people are coming the other way. But one of the things I've said before in many videos is that I like to look for churches whenever I go to a town and walk around. Because to me it just says something about the history of the place. I mean, usually churches are one of the first things established in a community anywhere. And so it's kind of neat finding the oldest places, and that's usually one of them is churches. Bars are another one of them. Well, I don't really look for them, but yeah. I'm trying to figure out where I'm at. Okay, I'm gonna go straight since they do have this bus is waiting on me. Oh, maybe he's not. He's got his. Okay. I thought he just had a right blinker on. He doesn't. Alright, I need to look on my phone here. Let me make sure I know where I'm at. So bear with me, guys. Get to where I'm going. Okay. So I got like 12 minutes. If I go straight to where I parked, it gives me about 12 minutes to walk there, but I actually have a little more time than that. So maybe I'll go just a little bit deeper. No, I don't have any cash. Okay. You know, after all this walking around, I see these electric bikes and scooters, and I think to myself, maybe I should have done that. Here, okay, now I can go. It says I can go. Let's see who's gonna run me over this time. So over here we have this place called Top Shelf Sports Lounge. Let's go this way. Don't know what's down here, but we'll explore. Yeah, I need to be cautious about my time because even though I have plenty of time to get to my car, like I probably already said it, but I'm going to be leaving about the same time most people are getting off of work, so that could I might have to add additional time to get to where I need to go. Who knows? Okay, so it's dead down here. You know, the funny thing is, even when I came down here at night one time, and I wasn't making a video at the time, not for that part of it, not for downtown Tampa, but even then, in what is supposedly the busier parts of downtown Tampa, I thought were just not that busy. I don't know. It seemed relatively dead compared to like Orlando or something. I think I confused the directions on my map. I don't think it knows where to tell me where to go now. It just kind of like stuck in one place. Okay, it's changing now. I've got to go straight up this way and then take a left. This is North Florida Avenue. I'm approaching, so I'm going to take a left here. I need to switch hands. Okay, I got to switch hands. Boy, that right hand's getting tired. That's the thing about having your camera out on a stick like this, is that it's just heavy at the other end. So you have to have a strong grip or develop one. And a little bit here, I got to turn right on Channelside Drive. So if you're thinking there's just not a lot to see in Tampa, based on what you've seen me do here, I'm not so sure that I'm a good source for that, because I don't really know where I'm going. I'm just killing time, just walking around exploring. There may be a whole lot more to see that I'm just not noticing. Like, I didn't see the police station. I was probably arm's length away from it, didn't even know it. Not that that's like the sight to see, but it's just something I remember from the last time. But it could also be that Tampa's really not that fun to go to. I know there's a lot that goes on here, because you have the Tampa Bay Lightning, who plays at the arena down here. It's not far from where I parked, and of course you have the Buccaneers. You have spring training. I think I can't remember where the Yankees train at. I know I can't remember if it's in Tampa or not. I think the Toronto Blue Jays, their spring training is in Dunedin. Of course, you have the Tampa Bay Rays south of here, in St. Pete, which I don't know what they're going to do with. I heard they might sell the team. I've heard for years they might change the location of the stadium. I think everybody wants them to do that. I'm not so involved in sports that it really matters to me a whole lot. All right, where am I going? Where am I at? So I must be going down one more light to get to Channelside. Well, I've got 15 seconds to cross. Everybody's probably wondering what I'm doing with this thing sticking out. One of the things about this, having the selfie stick, is even though the camera feels kind of heavy at the end after a while, if you just stick it straight up in the air, it allows you to relax your grip to some degree and give your arm a rest. Okay, I see the convention center now. So We're not far. I had no plans of doing this right here today at all. In fact, not at all this week. Okay. Take a right at the light. Evidently I crossed right over here. Alright. So far nothing's coming. Okay, I've got my bearings now. I know exactly where I'm at. Take it right here at the light. Go straight into the parking garage. And then we've got the Marriott straight ahead. Okay. Back there, I think I actually crossed the road when I wasn't supposed to. And somebody actually had to wait on me. So I guess we're even now. So there's the somewhat of the Tampa skyline right there, off to my right. The convention center right in front of me, and yeah, I'm kind of back to where I started. Good timing, good timing. I could have probably spent a little more time doing this, but that's all right.
16, 15, 14, 12, 11, 10.
I'm gonna wait to go across here. All right, guys, let's call it quits on the video here. Nothing else really to see, but thanks for watching me nonetheless. I appreciate it. Stay safe out there.